Attorneys for the House Judiciary Committee chairman and its chairman, GOP Representative Jim Jordan, are asking a court to toss a federal lawsuit filed by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. Bragg is asking the court to block a congressional subpoena of an ex-prosecutor who was involved in the investigation of former President Donald Trump, who was indicted by a Manhattan grand jury last month. In a 35-page filing, attorneys for Jordan said Bragg's lawsuit should be dismissed. They argued the suit violates the Constitution's speech or debate clause, which can protect members of Congress from some litigation related to legislative activity. Jordan and the Judiciary Committee launched an investigation of Bragg's office in the weeks before Trump was indicted on March 30, CBS News reported. There can be no question that the subpoena to Pomerantz was issued in furtherance of the committee's investigation, they wrote in Monday's filing. Pomerantz led the Manhattan investigation into Trump for about a year before resigning in February 2022, weeks after Bragg took office, and writing a memoir about the case. In his suit, Bragg alleged that Jordan and the committee are attempting to wage an intimidation campaign over the indictment. The DA said he's taking legal action in response to an unprecedentedly brazen and unconstitutional attack by members of Congress on an ongoing New York State criminal prosecution and investigation of Trump, Fox News reported. Fox News noted further. Bragg, a Democrat, is asking a judge to invalidate subpoenas that Jordan, the chair of the House Judiciary Committee, has or plans to issue as part of an investigation of Bragg's handling of the Trump case. In recent weeks, the Judiciary Committee issued a subpoena seeking testimony from a former prosecutor, Mark Pomerantz, who previously oversaw the Trump investigation. The committee has also sought documents and testimony about the case from Bragg and his office. Bragg has rejected those requests. Jordan demanded that Bragg stop interfering in a local prosecution. But as quick as Bragg filed his lawsuit, a judge for the Southern District of New York refused to even file a temporary restraining order. Soros-funded Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's frivolous lawsuit against House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan is already off to a bad start for Bragg. The U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York declined to even enter a temporary restraining order, Mike Davis of the Federalist Society reported. Summary of Soros-funded Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's frivolous legal argument: Congress is interfering in Bragg's misuse of federal funds and misuse of federal law to politically interfere in the next presidential election, Davis added. A plethora of legal experts have come forward since Trump's indictment and argued that Bragg's case is exceptionally weak. The question to ask yourself in a case like this is, would a case like this be brought against anybody else, whether he or she be president, former president, or a regular citizen? The answer is no, former Whitewater Deputy Counsel Sol Wissenberg said. You can debate all day long whether or not Trump should be indicted related to the records at Mar-a-Lago, whether or not he should be indicted with respect to January 6 incitement of lawless activity. Those are real crimes if they occurred, and he committed them, he said. This is preposterous. Ian Millhiser, a senior correspondent at Vox, wrote, "There is something painfully anticlimactic about Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's indictment of former President Trump. It concerns not Trump's efforts to overthrow the duly elected government of the United States, but his alleged effort to cover up a possible extramarital affair with a porn star. And there's a very real risk that this indictment will end in an even bigger anticlimax. It is unclear that the felony statute that Trump is accused of violating actually applies to him." Mark Stern, a writer for the liberal outlet Slate, published a story titled, "The Trump Indictment is Not the Slam Dunk Case Democrats Wanted."